What's good to my champs all around the world? How everybody living? Hoping everybody staying positive, staying motivated, staying real, breathing, being in the moment, and being themselves. I was actually just driving on my way to a priority, but needless to say, I had a thought, and I was like, let me pull this over and try to capture this while I could to see if my fellow teammates, male and female, not only grasp what I'm trying to communicate, but understand the value in what I'm trying to share, right? So that's to set the stage. I say that to say, right, while I was driving and just, reflecting on certain things, it hit me. I'm like, yo, it's imperative to be aware of an individual that you're in contact with, in communication with, building with, or even if you're already in a relationship with. It's important to be mindful of course, yourself, but I'm not going in that vague box right there. It's important to know your dreams, aspirations, and visions of yourself, right? It's important for you to know the other individuals' dreams, aspiration, and goals. And I say that to say, based on that individual's dreams, aspiration, and goals, you have to be mindful of the possible sacrifices and I don't want to say collateral damage, so I'll say collateral exchange, right? I say that to say, right, for an example, this is a unisex conversation, meaning it's male and female. I know I usually and always will advocate for our males, but needless to say, this is a building conversation between just like-minded people at this point, right? Hypothetically speaking, and I'll have no issue with putting myself under the microscope, and this is a hypothetical, this isn't a actual or absolute, it's a hypothetical, right? Let's say I'm dating a female and her dreams and aspirations are to be a world recognized model, right? Based off our bond and foundation, of course, the asking would be for support. But then I had to ask myself, like, sometimes with other people's dreams and aspiration and goals, it's not nothing personal for you to feel attacked or obligated with, but it's something to be very, very careful and mindful with, because it brings not an expectation, but it brings a certain standard of communication that'll make sense to that person. Meaning, depending on how serious they are about their dreams or aspiration or goals, you can easily sound like one of the reasons in which why they feel like, oh, I don't need to be in a relationship, or I gotta always prove somebody wrong. And it's like, even without that sense, it's like this goal and dream and ambition will cost a lot at the end. Not only time and money, but you have to keep in mind, in order for me to support this individual in this model journey, I will have to be willing to compensate and sacrifice my mental, financial things due to traveling and investing, and a lot of other social and emotional things that it may not be worth the investment. And it has nothing to do with the person. She could be a beautiful woman inside and out, but her dreams and aspiration and goals can cause conflict. And unless you're one of the ones that's willing to look at the long, long run and find that median, salute. But I'm overstanding within myself. I have to connect with somebody who dreams, aspiration, goals not only makes sense, but it's in the realm or web of my dream, goals, and aspirations. And I say that to say this. If shorty dream and goals and aspirations to be a model, and my dreams and goals and aspirations is to be a plumber, right? It has to make sense to me in the sense of what is she going to be able to do, sacrifice and compensate for what I need for my time without it being feeling like it's a takeaway, like in one of those I'm losing. Like, where is the sacrifice? Will she be able to cancel a booking show due to the fact today is my graduation from getting my degree for plumbing or getting my license for plumbing? Then I know as a man, most dudes would be like, we not really that celebratory like that or go crazy. But I'm just thinking hypothetically, would the woman I date be willing to sacrifice something that at any given day, this is your chance and opportunity? If that had to be sacrificed, would they do it? And sometimes more than not, people won't. And sometimes people will. But what I'm saying is, depending on how serious this person's dreams, aspirations, and goals are, that can be a factor in a communicative block too, as far as understanding where a person may come from. And it has nothing to do with them. That other 95% of the relationship or building can be perfect. But that little understanding, I got to be up at a certain time, I'm going to be out a certain hour, I got to network with certain people, I got to mingle with certain crowds. Depending on where this person sees their position in your dreams, aspiration, and goals, it can create a different type of force field. And I'm one of the ones that I'm still learning that myself. I'm not making this video to say this is the answer, this is the antidote, this is how to do it. I wish I knew. This is more so of a, you let me know. You comment and let me know, like, and it's not about being intimidated. It's not about being insecure. It's about being realistic. If the person I'm dealing with, future career vision and aspirations, is out of reach in my reality, is that a sufficient reason why a relationship may have to be enjoyable momentarily due to the fact that the asking for that vision may be out of my reach, and that's being respectably and responsible? I would hate to be one of them dudes that's going to anchor somebody from doing what they want to do or pursuing what they want to pursue. And our bond could be like honey and bees. It could be so strong that you feel like you're robbing somebody, or you're shortening their deservance of your quality of engagement with them. They deserve your support. They deserve your encouraging words. They deserve your feedback. They deserve the push. But sometimes if my dream, aspiration, and goals has a different calling for me, that may cause a line of neglect. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm curious to know, how do couples deal with that? And I know it's always about making time, communication. And I feel like that's surface level. I feel like when it comes to dreams, aspirations, and goals, especially when sometimes you may fall short, do this person really understand how this affected me mentally, financially, emotionally? Do this person really grasp what this did to me in a realm of, I've been dreaming it since I was 15 and we met at 30, and you may look at it like, oh, it's all right, dust yourself off, bounce back, where it's like, I don't think you really get it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And in those type of engagements, I'm wondering, is that a factor in why a lot of relationships don't last? Everything else can be perfect when it comes to, oh man, 3 big beavers just ran through. That's crazy. But is that a factor in why a lot of relationships can't get past a certain depth of engagement? The surface level, go out to eat, movies, chill, have some type of intimate moments. That's all a necessity, right? But even with that, it's like, it's no different than, it's a necessity to have soap in your bathroom, toilet paper, all the great necessities. But it's not really a necessity to have certain decorations in your bathroom, right? So it's almost like that. Like, it's a necessity for those things. But what's that extra material? What's that extra fabric that you are willing to sacrifice, that's either going to put your dreams, goals, and aspirations on pause? Or what is the collateral sacrifice that you feel is worth doing it? Is there a mutual meeting ground? Is there a mutual meeting ground? If you graduating on this day and you need me there or you want me there, this is your graduation. You did it, baby girl. You did it. But this same day, I may have a opportunity that's life changing. And where is in there not selfish, but where in there is supportive, but where in there is overstanding? Feel me? Yeah, I spoke enough. Let me get back on the road, but let me know what y'all think, right? Can dreams, aspirations, and goals play a factor in why a lot of relationships don't last? And it's not a negative. It's not a negative. I don't want to make it seem like it's a negative. I'm just curious on, can that play a part in why a lot of beautiful things don't last? Due to the fact that dreams, goals, and aspirations call for a different commitment, a different intention, a different intimacy, a different engagement. So you let me know, has your dreams, aspirations, and goals affected your relationships, bonds, and marriages, divorces, whatever it may be, with your significant other? In the meantime, stay positive, stay motivated, stay real, breathe, be in the moment, and be yourself. One.